right, welcome. Only got a few minutes for the end of the day here, so we'll take a quick look at the deep dive and try to find some movers. I'm actually showing my screen this time, so we are improving day by day. Biggest movers for today are definitely the ones happening this afternoon. So we have Twilio, Expedia, Frog is decent. It's a little lower, I think. I don't know why it's not getting the earnings super spicy. Maybe because of price, share price. But Twilio, Expedia, I would say Twilio, Expedia, Roku, Bros, Pcore, which I don't know too much about. Pcore, those are your good strangle opportunities for today. There's also some obviously potentially spicy ones like Coinbase, Pinterest, Instacart. Dexcom is notorious for making really random ER moves. ANET, AMAT, Win, Airbnb. Those are all DraftKings. These are all potential, very speculative lottery tickets, I would say. If you like trading earnings and you want to find the best movers, you're going to want to look for the pepper icons here. That implies that the stock has a low share float. It has a good history of making moves over 10% either direction. And it has a good share price and a good expected percentage. So first, we'll just go through the list. First, we'll check out Twilio. Really good EL score. It's a high-quality setup. It does look like the puts that expired this week have more volume today over open interest. This contract price is kind of hard to tell if these are bought or sold. If it was a cheaper contract, it would be pretty safe to say that they were sold. They were on the bid. Therefore, kind of implying Twilio is bullish, going to go up. But this contract price, it's kind of hard to tell. So I would imagine maybe it's a half and half split there. Everything has been leaking, as if you guys are paying attention to the market, everything's been red and leaky. So maybe whoever is in this 90p for this week is just kind of anticipating more leakage. I'm not quite sure, but Twilio is a good one. I would definitely strangle it for sure. And if you don't know how many contracts to do on either side, just go 1 and 1. You don't need to go any more than that, really. Expedia, another really good strangle opportunity. Looks like both the call and put are getting a lot of volume over open interest today. This put, this 200p, this price, the 430, that tells me that these are likely bought to open. This number, 2,731 volume over open interest, that's kind of sus to me. So there's a good chance that some of these calls are sold. I would lean bearish on Expedia just because of this information right here, but I have not been watching the stock today. I don't really know how it's been performing. Also, don't really know, I don't really care about its fundamentals. Expedia, Frog, JFrog. This one made a really, really big move. I think on last earnings, it was a good mover. I don't have any personal thoughts on this one. I'm going to fade it, to be honest, myself. But if you do like playing earnings and you got cash to burn, and you like stocks that have a good history of beating 10% moves, like JFrog for the past 6 out of 8 quarters, it's moved up or down 10% in either direction. So that's definitely what people are thinking about with the 60 call and the 50p here. And the contract prices imply to me, at least, that these are likely bought. So people are definitely strangling JFrog, expecting a move in either direction. Roku, really good EL score. Roku, it looks like there's a lot of volume over open interest for the 90 call. So maybe people are coming in and swooping up those 90 calls on kind of a reddish day. The put, these puts look like they're like that contract price. It's hard to tell if they're bought or sold. I would say it's a mix. I'm probably going to strangle Roku myself. That might be one of the 2 or 3 stocks that I play this afternoon. So I do like Roku personally. Bros, Dutch Bros, pretty decent history of beating moves over 10% up or down. And people are definitely expecting some sort of move here. Did you see this contract price of the 48 cents on the 61 call? That tells me, I could check unusual whales and see if they were bought or sold. but I'm pretty confident in saying the majority of these, the 61 call for bros, are sold. And this contract price of the 48p 185, it implies to me that they're probably bought. So I would lean to the downside on bros, but that's another good potential strangle as well. So if you're going to get a strangle here and you're also like me, you think that this is going to go down, get a few more put contracts than you would calls. And that way, if it does go up, then your calls will account for your puts. Procore, Pcore, like I said, I don't really know much about this company. It looks like half the time they beat earnings, not beat earnings, but they moved 10% up or down 4 out of the last 8 quarters. So not good, not great. This is crazy. This volume over open interest on the 45p is really weird. Actually, I kind of want to see what the details are for that, because that is really strange. So what is this, Pcore? And again, I know nothing about this company. I don't know what they do or anything like that. 45p. Come on. They're bought. So it was 800 contracts on the ask, for quite a lot of money, like 180K it looks like. So Pcore, maybe get some puts there. I don't know. Let's just out of curiosity, we'll look at the 50 call and see what that was looking like. That's the 20, 220, 50. It's a mix, bought and sold. There's a decent amount bought on the ask, but definitely not as many on the put side. So I don't know, that one's interesting. I don't know much about it, but that's an interesting strangle. Maybe like one contract of each, 50 call on the 45p. That might not be a bad idea for Pcore. But again, I don't know what they do. So yeah, take that as you will. Vertex Pharmaceuticals. This one made a really big down move in an ER recently. I want to say maybe 2 or 3 quarters ago. Seems like there's a lot of attention on the 415p here for VRTX. This contract price tells me that they're probably bought to open. So maybe people are expecting a similar ER down move from VRTX. I think when it went down 20 or so percent. And at this share price of around $400 or so, 20%, that's an $80, almost $90 move. So people are maybe anticipating somewhat of a move there. Coinbase, fade. I'm going to fade Coinbase. This has just been leaking. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this went down more. I just don't see it going down to like 125-ish level. If it does, that's incredible. Congrats to the puts. But I like this. See how people are playing this kind of close to the money, the 140p, and they're paying $5 for it. So this tells me Coinbase probably down, but not a huge down move. I'm going to fade that personally myself. Pinterest or Pins. This one also has kind of like a weird, I have a love-hate relationship with this one on ER, because when it moves really well. But it's cheap. It's a cheaper stock, so it's that like $18 share price. That's not my personal preference. I got in trouble kind of saying that yesterday because Fastly obviously made a sick move today. But I don't have FOMO over it because it's not part of my strategy. So if it's not part of my strategy, I can't be mad at myself for not taking it, right? If I took it and it didn't move, I would be mad because it went against my strategy. So congrats to people that had Fastly. And if Pins makes a big move tomorrow, congrats to you too. I just won't be there with you. Cart, Instacart. Who's been in the Instacart commercials? Is it Marshawn Lynch? I feel like Marshawn Lynch is the one in the Instacart commercials. So I don't know what to say about that there. This is weird. I don't like this at all. Massive volume over open interest on the 3750 and 3050p. I have no idea what's going on there. We'll look just because we can. And then I want to give myself like 5-ish minutes so I can place my own trades here. But the 3750 are sold, and the 3050, watch them be sold as well. They're also sold. So Cart, people are not really expecting a big move here. I would fade Cart or Instacart. Dexcom, we'll just take a look because they could have something sus happening in Dexcom. 55p, that contract price To me, at least off the bat, I would think that those are sold, but we'll look at them just in case. 55p. It's a mix. There's a mix of bought and sold. It's really weird. So there's someone slapped at 1,000 contracts earlier in the day. They paid about 63K, and then there are some kind of smaller orders for like 28K, 30K on the bid there for Dexcom. On the call side, the 80 call, we'll take a look at that. I'm not gonna I don't like to force my way into stocks just if I see weird flow. Like I said, I'm okay fading them. I'm only gonna play the ESS stocks. The 80 call is sold. So maybe there's something sus with Dexcom. Maybe there's something sus on the downside for Dexcom. But that 55p, what's the stock at now? It's 65. Like that's more than a 10% move down. So someone either knows something or they're just being a degenerate gambler in Dexcom. Toast, we'll look at Toast. It's kind of it's a POS. I think they're a POS company, like a point of sale software and technology product design research company. Yeah, restaurant. So they do like point of sale systems for restaurants. Not much. I have not much to say there. It's a really cheap stock. I'm gonna fade this one. There has been a lot of weird put activity, I will say. Like I've seen some big orders for 25p for Toast come up recently, but this is one that's also been leaky. So are you gonna buy those puts and short the whole, or are you gonna hope for a stick save? Don't really know. The 25p are definitely bought. So the 213 25p, 65K on the ask for those. This is the 22p, so we'll look at that while it's up. These are bought too, so someone is maybe anticipating more bad news for Toast. On the call side, the 29 call, those are sold. So Toast definitely looks like it's leaning to the downside. Maybe a put, like a lotto put on Toast might not be a bad idea. So lotto put on VRTX, not as much confidence as I have in a lotto for Toast. When they're pure lottos, when you're only playing one side, you can't be mad if it goes to zero. I had 2 that went to 0 this morning, so don't care. I'm not mad at it. Airbnb, we'll look at that one, just because it's kind of a household name. Everyone knows it. I don't really see anything that I like there. I want to say that Airbnb made a weird earnings move recently that I didn't appreciate. It hurt my feelings. So I don't like Airbnb. I'm going to fade that one. Win, Gambling, AMAT, ANET. These are popular names. Applied Materials is a popular semiconductor name. There might be juice on this put, this 300p. So keep in mind, again, like that's a good contract price to buy and not sell. So could be something there with AMAT. I would suggest fading it. Yelp, I don't know why this company is still around. And doesn't look like there's a ton of volume on the chain there, so I wouldn't touch that one either. Tomorrow morning, there's really not much going on. Well, you do have Advanced Auto Parts. I forgot about that one. We'll look at Advanced Auto Parts really quick. We got the 60 call activity and the 5750. So we'll check those out really, really, really quick. And then I'm going to get off so I can place my own trades. AAP, what is it, 60 call. So the 60 call for 220 is definitely bought. There's a lot of volume on that, a ton of volume. Someone slapped it earlier this morning. 5,500 contracts on the ask for the 60 call. So AAP might not be a bad one. We'll look at the 5750 just to kind of see what's going on there. And keep in mind that it's picking up 220s for AAP. 220s, not 213s. Anything that you buy on a Thursday or Friday, if it's for earnings, I would definitely suggest that you buy the next expiration. The 5750 is bought too, but not as much. So they're hedging it. Someone's doing a skewed strangle right there. So they bought the 5750. They bought it for about 44K, but they bought the 60 call for about like 2 mil or something like that. So AAP, pretty good strangle opportunity. Moderna. I think Moderna did have some like weird news today about like a flu drug not being approved or something. So maybe that's what these put buyers are doing, the 39p. But that's really close to the money. I mean, current share price for Moderna is $39.75. So Probably not a huge move happening there. So I like AAP Strangle. I like the Toast puts. I like maybe the VRTX puts. I like the Twilio Strangle. And the not the Twilio, the Roku Strangle, and maybe the P-Core puts. I'm probably gonna fade that, and we'll just see if it works. It works, but hope everyone has good luck. Stick to the ESS plays if you don't know what to play. Stick to the ones that have peppers on the websites, and you're not allowed to have FOMO tomorrow if something like Instacart goes crazy or something like Pinterest goes crazy, right? If you set rules for yourself and set strategy, then you can't or shouldn't be upset if something moved and you weren't there. So good luck, everyone, and